Hey everybody, it's David Sirota. So I want to let you know about a tax provision that's been floated as the House and Senate are now ironing out the final tax bill. They basically have to come up with one final bill that irons out the differences between the House bill and the Senate bill. One of the points of contention is the estate tax. The House bill proposes to repeal the estate tax. The Senate bill proposes to raise the threshold on the level of wealth that the estate tax applies to. Right now, it already applies to very, very few people, mostly wealthy people, because the first couple of $1,000,000 of somebody's estate is already exempted from the tax. The House and the Senate have to get together and figure out a compromise. Well, as they've been figuring out a compromise and as the bill has been debated, the senator from the home state of the Koch brothers has proposed a new tax deduction to essentially provide a tax deduction for those who donate their assets, who bequeath their assets to political dark money groups. Now think about that for a second. The senator from the home state of the Koch brothers, Republican Pat Roberts, is proposing to create a special deduction from the estate tax for donations to dark money groups. The Koch brothers are in their 70s, one of them's in the late 70s, one of them's in their early 80s. A lot of the Republican donors are, the billionaire donors, are elderly donors. So at the moment when the Republican Party is relying on elderly billionaires, you've got a U.S. senator who has floated the idea of creating a special tax deduction from the estate tax, essentially for wealthy donors who deliver big money and essentially bequeath their assets to political dark money groups. These are the groups that can do unlimited spending. They don't have to disclose their donors. Very controversial groups. So when you step back and you look at this, what you see is a proposal that would essentially give a new tax break, a new tax incentive for billionaires on their deathbed to essentially donate their riches not to charities, not to 501c3s that do all sorts of charitable work, but instead a tax benefit, a new tax benefit, to effectively incentivize them to bequeath all of their assets to political dark money groups. In perpetuity, it would create a permanent tax cut from generation to generation, encouraging basically dynasties to move their money not into charities, but into political dark money groups, essentially creating a tax system, a tax deduction that would incentivize a permanent political infrastructure and machine from generation to generation with tax break to tax break in perpetuity. Now, this proposal did not pass in the Senate bill. It didn't pass in the House bill. But the House and the Senate are negotiating a final proposal, a final bill. And so everything is on the table. This could be added back into the bill, could be added into the new final bill at any moment, because the conference committee can put whatever it wants into the final bill. It's something to watch. As you watch the negotiations over that final bill, and when that final bill comes out and you hopefully read through parts of it, keep your eye on this one, because this is one that really is designed, again, by the U.S. Senator from the home state of the Koch brothers, Kansas. His name is Pat Roberts. His top collective career donor are donors from Koch Industries. He is proposing a tax deduction for the estate tax to effectively incentivize big donations into political dark money groups. Will it pass the final conference committee? Hard to know, but you should keep your eye on it.